I've been out and about speaking to voters here in Concord at one polling station. It was interesting to speak to first-time voters, 18-year-olds who were coming for the very first time to take part in this democratic process. And one 18-year-old, Jonathan, told me that he had voted for Bloomberg, which seemed perhaps quite surprising because there has been a surge amongst the youth vote for Democratic Socialist Bernie Sanders. But young voters, first-time voters at this polling booth, were all telling me that they were going for Bloomberg because they felt that he would be more fiscally responsible and moderate. Now, Bloomberg is not even on the ballot here. He's what they call a write-in, so you have to add his name to the ballot. So that was quite interesting. And then the majority of voters at that particular polling station were telling me that they were opting for Amy Klobuchar, the Minnesota senator. Now, they said that she appeals to them as the sort of moderate candidate. She's in competition, you might say, with Pete Buttigieg, who's been polling very well here. He is almost neck and neck with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is polling top, then Pete Buttigieg, and it seems that Amy Klobuchar is now seeing some sort of surge here and coming in third place in the polls. She's seen as a sensible candidate. One voter who said that she had voted for Klobuchar said that, well, you know, she's very hardworking. I think that she can unite the sort of divided country. And she also said that she thought that Donald Trump would have a very hard time picking a nickname for her.
Good point. All right. Well, are we expected to see any candidates drop out after today's results come in?
A little too early to say, but there is one sign of Biden being somewhat depressed, you might say, by the situation here and following Iowa. He has actually left New Hampshire already. He's setting his sights on the next races because he does not expect to do well here. He's hoping that when the electorate is more diverse in Nevada and then in South Carolina, that he'll start to pick up again. But that might be wishful thinking, seeing as it doesn't seem that voters are going to be going for him. I've barely met any people who are supporting Biden. Most people seem to be switching from him to Pete Buttigieg or Amy Klobuchar. Now, it'll be interesting to see if some of the other candidates who've been polling much lower, if they will stay in the race. I actually spoke to Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard earlier on, and she seemed to be quite confident that she was the one to go up against Pete Buttigieg. She said that, you know, they're the two youngest candidates, both of them 38 years old. And she said, well, I've got more military experience than him, and I've got experience in government. So saying that she was the better candidate. But who knows how long they'll hang on in there. The problem comes when they no longer get enough contributions to fund their campaigns, and then they really have no choice but to drop out.